Hi, my name is White Murray, and this is our Project 3 Alpha submission for Sailing Away, a relaxing sailing game where you compete against the clock. So first off, this is our main menu. We have the kind of the bare necessity to kind of show off our game here. Um, we've got our title, a quit button, instructions, credits, and play. Instructions are simple. You use A and D to go left and right on your boat, and you use your arrow keys to turn your sails left or right. So in order to play this, in order to control your boat, you're actually harnessing the wind and use the angle of the boat in order to generate your propulsion. You can't travel directly into the wind, but you can sail upwind by alternating 45-degree angle paths, which is a neat little feature. Credits for us. Me and Zebulon handled core programming and majority of the game design. Tyler handled a lot of the level design and asset and lighting placement and design specifics. I worked mainly on the project management and implementation of code, and Zebulon focused mainly on UI and audio design. And we all worked on implementation of assets into the core game. So here we are. Nice little bit of background music. Hold up, I am adjusting. Okay, cool. Alright, so as you can see, I'm using my A and D keys. Other keys don't work here. I do get to turn my sail though with my arrow keys. You see this little bar down here that shows us our efficiency meter. You have a little bit of just a little sound that pops up every time that you hit a ring. And actually, if I can get the chance to look at a ring from like very far away, let's see if we can see a different colored one. The rings do change in color according to how far away they are, although it gets pretty far into the distance where they actually start to change color. So they go from yellow, green, or green, yellow, red, and as you can see here, there are custom wind zones that we've implemented. So in certain areas, the wind will go the opposite direction, which makes for some very unique gameplay because we can guide the player even if we can guide the player towards zones we want to and out of zones that we don't want them to very easily just by placing these zones down. So here you go, here's at the end. When we get to the end here, we'll hit our pause screen, we'll see our total time. So our time was 1 minute and 12 seconds. We got a score of S, and we can either restart it, resume, or next level. We're gonna hit our next level and go on. So each level's got its own little theme. This one's got some funny music here. I promise it's not Monster Mash. I got it from a copyright-free website, so it's just a little funny. But yes, so depending on the wind zones here, the wind zones can be a little bit finicky, but they're nothing breaking for the players. The wind zones also have variable speed, so different zones have different speeds that you can go through. Even if you are at max efficiency. Yep. So yeah, these are the gates that we run through. They are kind of 2D objects here that you kind of just run around and I wouldn't say collect, but rather just kind of follow the line. And as you can see, the wind is like really picked up. Most of these paths tend to be kind of straight, so they allow the player to kind of go around. But you can definitely cut corners if you are good at the game, which I am moderate. We based the times. Yep, see it new wind zone here. So now gliding back here again. But yeah. As you can see, the levels are very well designed, and most of this was actually Tyler's doing here, in terms of the placement of all of these like stones, rocks, and whatnot. So the assets do kind of like go well with what we're doing. at least the kind of general beach theme that this particular level is for. So we're getting close to the end, and you can see we're in a pretty slow zone where there's not much going on, and even if I try to adjust my sails, this is going to be the slow bit. But as we get back into a better area, we'll start to pick up speed a little bit more, and we should be able to finish out our second level. Oh, I was going to say that the scores here are based on the dev times, so I'm scoring a little bit better, but the average time for them is based on the level because each level is obviously different. So let's go ahead and go to our third level. Our third level is much different. I'm going to rotate around so you can see a little bit of what's going on. So we're in a deep, dark cave. It's much stormier, a lot less, and in this level specifically, things will throw you around a bit more. So the wind zones are harsher, there are more of them, and they're more complex. And I'm going to try my best to use a little bit of knowledge I know about the level here to kind of leverage it, because the wind zones are not finicky, but they are sometimes difficult to handle. And I think this is one of the ones where, yeah, so this is one of the very fast speed zones. I am at peak efficiency, but we're still gliding 4 or 5 knots faster than originally anticipated. You can see, boom, we're out of that wind area. So we just gotta follow these rings here. I mean, it's kind of very similar to the Mario games, or to like a couple of boat racing games from the Wii, where you're collecting rings. And this one, I think we originally drew a comparison to Grand Theft Auto 5 with their racing mechanic, and that's what we ended up going through here. Yeah, so here's kind of where the angled bit comes into play. There we go, and then the wind picks up around here, and you can really start to sail and glide. So there, you can actually cheat here and go around, but for the sake of showing off this full game here, I'm going to kind of play it safe and just match the time I'm going for. So here's a really fast area. Time, I actually beat my my record before. My record was a minute 55. So the yeah, so this is level 3 here. Level 3 is designed to throw you around more. We have for our final portion and our final submission, we have a couple ideas that we're going to implement, or at least try to implement. So that way the game's a little bit harder for those who are maybe new to the game, or at least this style of gameplay. So yeah, thank you so much for watching our Sail Away game build alpha. When you hit the next level for the final level, it will just send you back to the main menu, which is nice. It's very calm and relaxing here. And if you click on it, you know, you have the nice dynamic background, which we were very proud on. So that is our game, Sail Away. We hope you had a enjoyable time watching this video, and